So, good morning, everyone, and welcome. Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Skip Jennings, your assistant minister here, and this is our meditation service. And I invite you just to take some time where you can be still, be present. And if you're in the room, I invite you just to shut off your ringer. And if you're at home, shut off your ringer. And I invite you just to become aware and give yourself permission to be here and be now. And as we celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday on Monday, I want to bring into our meditation some qualities and themes and messages that Martin brought to us. These are principles to live by, and they're very much into the realm of New Thought, science of mind. The first practice and principle was nonviolence. And in Sanskrit, we call it ahimsa. I will do no violence. I will do no harm. In the nonviolence, Martin Luther King taught us that violence begets more violence. So I invite you maybe to focus in on peace today. Another quality that Martin taught was unity and equality for all. Everyone was equal no matter what they did, no matter who they were, and no matter who they loved. And the last quality was hope. Martin invited us to realize that we might not see what we want right here and right now, but to have hope and faith, we will all get to where we want to be. And that is a world that works for everyone. So my dear friends, I invite you just to go ahead and close your eyes, or maybe lower your gaze to your heart. And today I invite you to create a cosmic mudra, which is a Zen meditation mudra of unity. Bringing your right hand underneath the left. Bringing your thumbs together right here around your sacral chakra. And I invite you just to begin to breathe. And again, you give yourself permission to be here and be now. Not worrying about what happened before or where you need to be. Not even the service that's coming up. Just be here in this moment, every breath. And let's breathe together. Family, I invite you to take a deep breath into the nostrils and a deep exhale. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Feel the energy, feel the prana. And a deep exhale, release. And family, one more time. Take a nice deep breath in, as much breath as you can get in. The prana, the energy, the vibration, the air. Hold your breath. And a full release sigh, let go. And again, as we give ourselves permission to settle into this beautiful slumber, the place where we can relax, be still, and be present, I invite you to contemplate one quality of Dr. King. Nonviolence, unity, equality, hope, peace. And as we cultivate, we will send a vibration, a frequency out into the universe, out into the world, out into a planet that needs hope, that is looking for peace, that is longing for connection. Today we choose to hold the consciousness of a world that works for everyone. We hold the consciousness and the mindset of Dr. King. This teacher, this leader, This man who dedicated his life a world equal, beyond race, gender, economics. And I invite you to see this world, see it in your consciousness. Now, what does it feel like to live in a world that works for everyone? What does that frequency feel like? See it, feel it, believe it. Again, take a nice deep breath in and a deep exhale. Continue to follow your breath, the breath of unity, of peace, of equality. Be here, be now. and gently remind yourself of the king that you're cultivating. Love, courage, peace, equality, grounded in love for everyone. Continue to follow your breath. What are the qualities today? Love, peace, hope, courage, strength. So I invite us all just to take a deep breath in, a big exhale, and continue in this meditative state. I invite you just to listen from your heart. The message of Dr. King: nonviolence, justice, equality, creating a beloved community, human dignity, moral courage, faith and spiritual grounding, unity across differences, economic justice, the urgency of now, the hope and the vision of a world that works for everyone. And as we go through this weekend and this time and we hear this message today, I invite us to choose one quality that we will dedicate our lives to. It only takes one to say yes. And as we say yes, remember that you are not alone. We are all rising up together. No matter what we see, no matter what is happening on TV, we hold the faith that we are rising up and creating a new world, a new way of living, a new way of being. So I give great gratitude for Dr. King's legacy, great gratitude for this man who dedicated and gave his life for peace. And as we celebrate this time and we remember his life, his birthday, we cultivate within ourselves, what quality am I willing to bring to this planet to create a new world? So this time, this meditation, this space, this community. Again, I invite us all just to take a deep breath in. Big exhale. And so it is. And so we are. And so we shall be. Ashe, Aho, Namaste, Amen. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for our meditation. And this is, again, our King celebration. We're celebrating Dr. King's life today and this weekend, and always this is what we're here to do. So I invite you to hold this high consciousness as we are preparing for our next phase of our service. And as people are walking through the door, I invite you to greet them with a smile and a hug from the heart. Thank you so much. Namaste, everyone. Peace and blessings.
You want me to talk? Is this okay? Okay. Perfect, yes. Now, I don't start up here. She calls me up here.
Is going to guide you up through it. I'm going to be here to help you as well. You don't have to worry about anything. I know.
So long between times.
If I see the look of panic in the deer's eyes from the headlights, I will absolutely make
Sit
sure.
right next to you, and I'll guide you.
Yeah.
We'll guide you.
He's got like a cattle prod.
I feel so silly.
Well, then translate
Because
it.
this should be simple.
Translate it to.
All right.
Good morning. Please stand and join us in song.
God, how beautiful, how beautiful. We have singers. And if you want to be one of those singers, you need to talk to this young man over here after the service. Welcome.
Come talk to me.
I am Dr. Sidney, and I am so glad that you are here. That song is perfect. Tomorrow we are going into a day of celebration and honoring the birth of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I want to share a quote of his. Use me, God. Show me how to take who I am, who I want to be, and what I can do, and use it for a purpose greater than myself. That is what we are here to do. And I want to follow that up with a quote from Ianla Van Zandt. And she said, "You have the power to change your life at any given moment. Never forget that." And that's why we are here. We are here to know that we can change our mind, change our life, change our experience at any given moment. Course in Miracles says that when you step into the present moment without the baggage of the past or the fear of the future, that is when you are reborn. We get to do that minute by minute, moment by moment. So I invite you to know, as we know for you, that every moment is a new moment for birth, for change, for possibility. We recognize the highest truth in you. We will always do that. So I'm glad that you are here. Wherever you are on your journey, wherever you are on that spectrum of race, age, culture, gender, politics, religion, whatever it is, thank you for being part of the tapestry of this planet. We need you, and we bless you, and I am grateful for you. So thank you very much. Have a great service. This is one of our fabulous practitioners, Pat Wilson. She's going to talk to you now.
Morning. I'm Pat Wilson, as she said, and I'm a licensed practitioner here at the North Hollywood Church. As we prepare to dive into the service, please check that your cell phones are off. It's really embarrassing if they're not. I also want to welcome our live streamers. We would love to know where you are, so go ahead and put your location in the chat. So now let us pray. And in our prayer, I want to bless the tech team, the music, the musicians, all of those who have showed up to be of service, and of course, Dr. Sidney and Reverend Skip too. So, joining me in prayer, I want to recognize the power and presence of the One. I am knowing I am an individual manifestation of it, expressing it in my own unique way. Also knowing that it is the nature of the universe to give us all that we can take, and that it cannot give us more than we can accept. We are learning to accept more of it when we gather here together, reminded of the truth as spoken by Dr. Sidney. Her words encourage us to give our desires the power needed to embody all the good that there is. I claim for us all more of this power and more of this good today and every day. My cup of gratitude overflows with little giggles. I release this prayer into the all-knowing mind of God, and so it is. Amen.
Amen. All right.
And so now please join us in the prayer of the month, an Aramaic to English transliteration. Our Father, who art in heaven, O birther, mother, God of you,
Create
all the moves in light. Hallowed be thy name. Focus your light within us. Make it useful as the rays of a beacon show thy way.
Thy kingdom come. Unite our I can to yours, so that we walk as kings and queens with every creature. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Create in me a divine cooperation from many cells, one voice, one action. Give us this day our daily bread. Grant what we need each day in bread and insight. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Forgive our hidden past, the secret shames, as we consistently forgive what others hide. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Deceived neither by the outer nor the inner, free us to walk your path with joy. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. From you is born all ruling will, the power and life to do, the song that beautifies all, from age to age it renews. Amen. Oh, thank you very much. Isn't that beautiful? We have copies of that out on the welcome table if you would like them. I'm going to ask the ushers to come forward, and they have presents. Well, spiritual presents, of course. If you are new, if this is your first time here or you haven't been here in a very long time, please allow us to gift you with a little welcome packet. Raise your hand so we know who you are. Don't be shy. Thank you. Did we get everybody? If you did choose to not identify yourselves, that's fine. We have these packets out at the table as well, and you can get them. So we have a blessing because we are very grateful that you are here today. So all of us are going to turn to you or turn to each other, and we're going to say these words. We see you, we bless you, and this works for you. Then we invite you to get involved, find out more about what we're doing. We have classes, we have events, we have so much going on. Holy cow, we got singers now. So check us out. And if it doesn't work for you, please, please keep searching. Everybody is worthy of a spiritual home. Everybody deserves to take someone else's hand or to have your hand taken by someone else, because we're here to walk each other home. So God bless you. Let's stand and sing. Come on up, you guys.
In the name of love, with the heart of grace, overflow in us, decorate this place. As it is below, so it is above. May we always stand in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song, all as one, in the name of love. In the name of love, may we always be seeking out the best, till we all are free, living in a world we've been dreaming of, where we stand as one, in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song, all as one, in the name of love.
Take a couple of minutes, walk around, offer a hello, a hug, a handshake, and we'll meet you in about 3 minutes.
Hi, how are you?
I love SM58. Throw it anywhere.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
great Spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great Spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. Love is all is love. Join us in singing the music of one in all in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. No greater blessing.
So now is the time we join together with a few minutes of silent meditation. I invite you to settle in and touch the silence within your heart. Simply become aware of your breathing and choose to be present in this beautiful moment. And as you dive deeper, I offer these words to you. There is one life. That life is God, and that life is my life now. There is one life, and that life is God, and that life is my life now. I will bring us out of this sacred silence in 5 minutes. There is one life, and that life is God, and that life is my life now.
Rolling river God, little stones are smooth. Only once the water passes through. So I am a stone, rough and granite still, trying to reconcile this river's chill. But when I close my eyes and feel you rushing by, I know that time brings change, and change takes time. And when the sunset comes, my prayer will be this one, that you might pick me up and notice that I am just a little smoother in your hands. Sometimes raging wild, sometimes swollen high. Never have I known this river dry. The deepest part of you is where I want to stay and feel my sharpest edges wash away. But when I close my eyes and feel you rushing by, I know that time brings change, and change takes time. Sunset comes, my prayer is just this one, that you might pick me up and notice that I am just a little smoother in your hand. Said, oh, just a little smoother in your hand. Oh, just a little smoother in your hand. Oh, just a little smoother, smoother, smoother in your hand. Just a little smoother in your hand. Oh, just a little smoother in your hand. Your hand, in your hand, in your hand, in your hand.
had no way of knowing that that is probably my favorite song to hear. It is. Thank you for listening to the voice within, and thank you for sharing your voice, because that song just puts me away every time. And it's such a perfect introduction, this idea that we are just a little smoother in God's hand, in Spirit's hand, that this presence washes away those rough edges. When we're in community, when we're in spiritual community or society, our cities, our families, we have rough edges. And it takes willingness to let those rough edges be smoothed out, because some of us are going to fight for those edges, and we're going to fight really hard. And as one of my friends always said, whenever two or more people come together, there will be friction. And as I get started today, and today we are talking about what this teaching does. We've been doing all 4 chapters of the first 4 chapters of the Science of Mind textbook. But I want to start off because there's an ongoing evolutionary opportunity and invitation that seems to be going on in our country. Oh, listen, I scrolled right past all the other words that I wanted to use, and there were a lot of them, and they're not necessarily appropriate for right now. So this is from Governor Tim Walz, who is the governor of Minnesota. And I just excerpted some of what he said yesterday. And he said, "We must protest loudly, urgently, but also peacefully. Indeed, as hard as we will fight in the courts and the ballot box, we cannot and will not let violence prevail." And he also said this, when he concluded his talk: "We're an island of decency in a country being driven towards cruelty. We will remain an island of decency, of justice, of community, of peace. And tonight I come before you simply to ask, don't let anyone take that from us. Thank you. Protect each other, and may God bless the people of Minnesota. Don't let violence prevail." We are also, I need to get a shelf on this thing because it just doesn't work for me. There it is. Sometimes you just got to kick it away. Okay. We are an island of decency. This community is an island of decency. That's the intention. That is the model. That is exactly what we are here to practice, but it starts with that inner practice. It starts here. It starts with that intention, that clarity, knowing, and that decision to listen to that voice of God, that rolling river God that rolls through us, that voice of Spirit. So whether your word for God is God or Buddha or Allah or Yeshua or Emmanuel or light or life or Allah or Fred, it does not matter. Because what we are here to do is not necessarily call that, but to listen to its call within us. And that is very important. And I love how sometimes all of these things come together. And I wonder how they're going to. Because everything we do, when we do it from a conviction in space of that quote from what Martin Luther King said, and I'll read it again in a minute, where he said, "Show me, God, show me." It raises the vibration of this world. And once again, his quote was, "Use me, God. Show me how to take who I am, who I want to be, and what I can do, and use it for a purpose greater than myself." And this is the divine choreography of Spirit. This is what we call like the synchronicity of Spirit, where when we stop wondering if we're good enough to express the talents that we've been given, when we stop wondering if we are worthy of being that artist, that singer, that accountant, that banker, that whatever it is for you, when we stop questioning, did God really know what it was doing when it gave me this gift? When we stop doing that, then we get to show up and bless the world with our gifts. It's set up that way. It's a done deal. So it's fixed. It's fixed, okay? This is a fixed equation. You show up You do what your heart is calling you to do, and it blesses other people. Because they get permission just by seeing you, by seeing me, showing up to thrive in our you might have heard it called the zone of genius. That when we thrive in that zone of genius, it psychically, it energetically gives other people the permission and the energy to thrive in their zone of genius. And what happens is that is a zone of wholeness. It is a zone of wholeness, because when we are saying yes to that divine voice, when we are aligning with that truth of who we are and allowing ourselves to say, okay, show me, God, use me, God. What is it you want me to do? What is it that I am here to give, to offer, and to provide as a blessing or a channel to bless other people in this world and to bless my own self? Then the universe goes, okay, now we are cooking with gas, and everything begins to come together, because that is known as alignment. That is high vibration. And guess what? When it comes to situations like what we are seeing in Minnesota, and let's be real about this, in Los Angeles, in Memphis, in New York, in DC, and in how many other cities, but it's not about majority battling and knocking over all of these other people. It is critical mass. Studies have shown that when 51% of the people of an animal tribe make a choice, choose a direction, go in a direction, everything else follows. 51%. That is true in the animal kingdom. That is true for you and me. That doesn't mean we have to draft everybody else over to our side. That means we go within. And think of it this way, if I can get 51% of my own beingness to know that love is all there is and that I'm here for love, if I can get my own 51% in alignment, I am so much more prepared to step out into the world and to recognize that truth in someone else. Does that make sense? Because we know there's one mind. There's one mind. And if I am allowing that one, that infinite one, the divine, the sublime divine, to have its way with me in 51% of my day, 51% of my thoughts, 51% of my decisions, of my choices, of my opinions, then I am actually living in the critical mass of high and holy spirituality. 51% isn't that much to ask, is it? And we know it for ourselves first. So this idea is that we are here as an invitation to wholeness. We are here today. That's the topic, is the invitation to wholeness, because we are talking about what it does, what this teaching does, what the principle of God does, explore what the science of mind actually accomplishes in our lives. So this teaching, it's more than a philosophy. It's practical spirituality that transforms our lives here and now. And the thing I love about this teaching is it's not just a theoretical, oh, that's very pretty, I like that idea kind of thing. It's that we can apply it. This is practical, applicable spirituality. So that it's not just, oh, let's observe it for a while and call it nice, and then let's go out and curse the world. No, that's not it at all. So that we can walk in coherence with wholeness, right? We want to be in coherence. So the first week we talked about the thing itself. Last week we talked about the way it works. Today is about what it does. Next week is going to be how to use it. And that's going to be a really special mystical experience, because Gerald Rivers, who's also known as the voice of Martin Luther King, will be here, and he presents some of Dr. King's speeches. And they are so uplifting, they are so shifting, they are so transformative that I really want to invite you to be here, to make sure that you hear what this man does. I listened to him on YouTube, and 30 seconds in, I was a wet crying mess, because it was so powerful, and that's what we need. So what we want to do here is know that this thing called spiritual law, this thing we call cause and effect, doesn't just exist. It actually heals. It heals. It prospers, and it transforms. Ernest Holmes wrote, "Spiritual law does for us what it does through us." And here's the thing, it can only do for us what it does through us. So this healing principle is revealed whenever our relationship with God, with life, with the universe, again, whatever you call it. And that's when we know that we are God-sourced, God created, and God imagined. When we practice knowing that, and yes, I know, because there's going to be that part of you that goes, I'm God created. Are you kidding me? What about my muffins? Come on. That's God created. But if we can stand beyond that, this is the truth of who I am. I am exactly who I am, where I'm supposed to be. I made a deal with Spirit. Imagine that. Imagine for a moment that you made a deal with Spirit to come in at this time in this place. Now, I know some of you are thinking, oh, come on, really? Now? Here? Yes, now and here. Now and here. So, when we understand our relationship with God, then we get to become more available to this power and this presence. And Ernest Holmes always talked, and we always hear this, there is an infinite power for good in this universe, and we can use it. And what I want to tell you is, moreover, when we say yes to a greater understanding of our oneness, this power and presence is able to use us. It is able to use us. So it's one thing to have this experience of, yes, God, but are we saying yes to that yes? Are we available and willing? So it's more than, again, the pretty words. It's being available to be guided and to do the work. Because there is work involved, there's growth involved, and there is mental discipline involved. Because what it amounts to is we are here, yes, to change our thinking, but we're here to keep it changed. Right? We don't want to backslide into that old idea of God is here to punish us. Life is not going to work out. There are more of the others. Those others over there are here to do whatever it is we think they're going to do. We are not here as victims. We are not here as victims. We are here as victorious creations, celebrations, oh my God, of Spirit. So this mind of God, this law, is the great healer. It is the great creator, restorer, and harmonizer. And that's exactly what that song talked about, that this river flows and it polishes those rough edges so that we come together in a community, and the rough edges are actually growth spots. They are growth edges, and that's exciting. That is exciting, because where we grow is where we get to rise up in and to shine and to really bless this planet. Because if we are staying static, then we are not available to a greater inspiration, a greater idea, a greater truth about our experience here and why we are here. So we have to be willing to say, okay, I'm in, I will grow. I'll grow. So there is a great connection between the patterns of our thought and the conditions in our lives. That's what we are looking at. The connection between the patterns of our thinking and the conditions in our lives. And it doesn't matter if those conditions are physical, relational, financial, or spiritual. It doesn't matter, because there is that connection, and that connection is energy. When we are vibrating at the level of, oh, I'll just say it, this sucks, then everything that begins to express for us will suck. But when we can vibrate at the energy of what's possible, what might be born here, what is seeking to emerge, what's the growth edge, what are the birth pangs about here, right? What is going on here? What is the deeper possibility that is trying to emerge? And for each of us, there is something that wants to emerge. And when we say yes to listening to what it is that is emerging, then this universal law, this presence, this thing we call, whether you call it karma or cause and effect, or Fred, like I said, it informs, it guides, inspires. And it's not until we say yes that the clear path is there. This is why spiritual practice is such a big deal. As I was doing my spiritual practice this morning, and I just was in this place of, oh, organize through me, God, create through me. Tell me what to do, where to go, what to say, and to whom should I say it. This is an old Course in Miracles idea. And the thought came up, call Colleen Butler. She's probably at home. Hi, Colleen. And I thought, okay, because there was a message there for me. Just so I texted her. I said, just thinking about you, I love you. Just that thought. Just that thought. I was able to give some love in the world. And now, all due respect for me, that you all can do this too. You don't have to call Colleen, although she'd probably love that. But are we listening to those little flickers, those glimmers? Because God speaks to us in glimmers. Life will speak to us in glimmers. We might see a shiny child in a carriage, in a what is it? A stroller. Holy cow, I have kids. I've been sick. Okay. When we see that shine of that being, there's a glimmer. That's a reaffirmation of life. Life is flowing. Life is presence. There's something there that is shining through. The fact that you and I are here and that we're still breathing means we have divine purpose, that we have something special to do. You may not think it's high and holy, but guess what? It is. Because just the fact that we are each on this planet and we each have the capacity to bless someone around us, to recognize that they are here, just to acknowledge their very being, whether they're in a good mood or a bad mood, just the fact that we do that changes the world. That's that 51%. That's the 51%. So when we are really, truly intent and dedicated to knowing what it is we are here to do, that truth, we get the answers. They will show up in different ways. They will show up by means of a text. They will show up by means of a child. They will show up by means of a flower. They will show up by means of a governor giving an address. They will show up by means of the fact that tomorrow is the day celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. and that we get to really, really take in this idea of emergence, of freedom, of liberation. Because what this teaching is about is liberation. This teaching is about freedom. It is about freedom from those old ideas. It is about freedom from anything that anybody else ever put on you or that you accepted as true for yourself and moving into a new idea of who and what you are. Yeah? Okay. So to that end, today is the day that we celebrate that freedom because this is the day we are working with what we call our white stones. Now, these are stones that have been milled and come from Jerusalem. And we have done this every year now for a couple of years. Ushers, would you come forward? Everybody's going to get. Let me tell you, Jerusalem metaphysically means, it means freedom. Jerusalem is all about freedom. It is all about uplift. It is all about harmony. Jerusalem is about joy. Jerusalem is liberation. So in a minute, what we're going to do, and I'll talk as they do this, we are going to offer you stones. And make sure we get the band too. In fact, let me get one. Take your time as you do this and just pick up the one that your hand is drawn to. Later on when you get home, I'm going to suggest you run it under some water. You're going to see these colors and striations that show up. In ancient times, when someone was released from serving time in prison or a debt, they were given a stone that symbolized their liberation, their freedom, that they had done their time. And with that stone, they had the capacity to choose a new name. To choose a new name. Perhaps for you to choose a new name or a word that will stand as that light for your journey this year in 2026. So this stone can stand as that symbol of freedom, liberation, release from the past. Because again, whenever we are in this present moment without carrying the baggage from the past or the fear of the future, that is a moment of rebirth. That is a moment of renewal. That is a moment of representation. All right? So let's go ahead and begin to walk the room and offer people stones. And you get to choose the one that speaks to you. So in a moment, after everyone has a stone, I will lead us in a brief meditation. And you'll all get to listen to that wisdom within. I'm not going to give you that word or that name. That's not for me to do. And we're going to drop down into a space that goes beyond, this is it, this is it, this is it, any reactive, into a deeper space. Now, the word of the name might not make sense to you. It might not make sense to you. You might say, that can't be mine. I've had the experience of Spirit revealing a name that made no sense to me until I looked at the metaphysical or ancient meaning of it. And we do have some metaphysical dictionaries, which I can bring out after the service. You can Google it and say, what is the Aramaic or the metaphysical or the Hebrew meaning of this? Or just, what is another meaning for this word or this name? One year I was given the word teacher. Another year I was given the name Joseph, as in not Yeshua's dad, but Joseph, who practices faith and oneness so much that he became a counselor and leader in the midst of a dangerous and limiting culture. You and I are living in the midst of what would appear to be a dangerous and limiting culture. Have you noticed? So you may not have the name Joseph kind of percolate or burble up from within, but that which you are called to be and to focus upon this year will be revealed to you, and that will allow you to give a yes to the greater yes, which will begin to inform and guide you as to how that life, the new life, can be lived. What's interesting about getting that word Joseph, he was a disruptor and he was an activist for the sacred. Well, spoiler alert, I'm a disruptor. I'm an activist for the sacred. In fact, everything I do is in service to transformation, disruption, and activism. So does everybody not have a stone yet? Okay. We do have pencils outside that you can use. And if you're at home, my suggestion is that you sit in this same meditative space. And then once we are done with the process, I invite you to perhaps choose something. If you have a garden, go walk, find a stone there that represents that you are drawn to, or maybe you have a talisman somewhere in your home. It doesn't have to be a stone. It is symbolic, because this is something that we will look to, and it will help us to remember who we are. So I invite you to turn within. So breathe. Close your eyes. Let's anchor in peace and set aside concerns, any worries, anything that's going on in the world around us, and just allow yourself to be where your body is. We are here to reveal a greater idea and a greater possibility. And as you drop even deeper into your soul, I ask, what is stirring within you? Ask yourself that question. What is stirring within me? Ask yourself, what is awakening within me? What is the dream or the intention that Spirit has for me this year, this brand new year? And ask yourself, is there a word or a name that belongs to me and represents the birth within of a new way of being, of living? What wants to be born by means of me? Moses stood before the burning bush and asked, "Who are you? What are you?" What he heard back within himself was, "I am that which thou art." Equally so, thou art that which I am. I am. I am. I am is our first name, and whatever is revealed is that mystical truth of our being. I am the divine. I am the truth. I am the newness of life itself. And you will know what that word or that name is. It may create in you a sense of deep agreement, or it may cause you to rebel and want something else to be revealed. Notice the rebellion. Notice the resistance. Consider that this name is yours. This word is yours. And it has been specifically brought forth from within the deepest part of your soul, from that rolling river God within you, smoothing out the stones, making smooth the way, the journey, making clear as that water flows through, clean, fresh, new. Consider that this word, this name, is yours so that you might step into this year with a new awareness and a new insight, a powerful focus for your life. Now, once you have that word or that name, just breathe. Just breathe. Say thank you to your soul and rest with what has been given to you. And I invite you later when you get home to simply turn within again and say, what else do I need to know? What is mine to know here? Who am I to be? What is mine to know? And if you do not yet have a clear word or a name, know that within a few minutes, a few hours, even a few days, you will know. Breathe. And when you are ready, I invite you to open your eyes. I have had times when my word came 2 or 3 days early. I have had times, especially if I know I'm going to be doing this ritual, I've had times when it took several days, and I thought, well, I must have done it wrong. Nothing came up. Nothing was, I'm sure I did it wrong, or God doesn't like me. But what I have found is in those moments when we are least attached to finding out the answer, our answers, I usually get it when I'm doing dishes. Good news, honey, I'm going to be doing dishes this week. My husband's very happy to hear that. Don't place any judgment on how or when you get your name. Whether it takes a day, a week, I promise it will be there. And you will know, because something within you will go, click. That's my word. That's my name. And this is where we step into that new knowing of ourselves, that we begin to know ourselves as Spirit knows us, maybe for the first time ever. Maybe we have a long, deep history of knowing ourselves. It's a new day. So it's a new way again and again and again of knowing ourselves as Spirit knows us. What a magnificent disruption that is for this universe. Think about that. That's risky, to declare yourself new, made whole, made new, and focused because of a rock that within you has had the chance now. You have invited it, you've given it the space, and you have given it placement so that it might speak to you, so it might guide and inform. I have had wonderful experiences of talking to people and the words they've gotten. One of my teachers was stunned one year when she got the word enough, because she realized finally, after several sessions of dishwashing, that she had spent so much time in her life not thinking she was enough, or that there was enough in the universe, or that source was enough, or spirit was enough, or God was enough, any of that. We live our lives in separation. And when we are separate from our source, that's when we believe there isn't enough. There isn't enough to go around. That's where we have people fighting. That's why we have wars. That's why we have people in masks and wearing combat wear, because it's all about this belief and the participation in the belief that there isn't enough. This is a limitlessly sourced universe, and it keeps being sourced, resourced, resourced, resourced. There is more than enough, and this world is constantly, constantly calling us to celebrate and to anchor with that, to be one with it. This is the infinite truth that absolutely has created the oceans, the trees, the planets, the stars, the skies, the ladybugs, the cockroaches, the everything on this planet is part of this greater divine unfoldment, including us. So if we are willing to begin to know this truth about ourselves and to walk in that, and then to begin to use that information, perhaps to cultivate that wisdom, whether it's through deep meditation, study, through our classes, getting together with others, having those conversations. My best friend and I have talks all the time. His name for me is God. My name for him is God. I have him listed in my phone, and this is going to be funny, and I can go, "Hey, Siri," and Siri goes, "Yes," and I say, "Call God." I'm wondering how many of your phones are going to respond now. And so Siri calls God, and we have done this for 45 years. We know each other, and we know each other for when we forget who we are. Ever forget who you are? Like most of the day? We are here to remind you. We are here to remind you that you are infinite, that you are beloved, that you are worthy, that you are deserving, and you are so beautiful. Let's pray. So we turn within, knowing that everything necessary to our full and complete expression of this divine life has already been given to us. And as we say yes, as our yes gets louder and greater and bigger, then we are given more of that which we need to know, to be, to do. We recognize together the one infinite presence and power, knowing that it surrounds and fills all life, it surrounds and fills us, and that there is no place for us to go other than within if we choose to know. We cannot leave this presence, whither thou goest. There is no place where we can go to escape the truth that we are loved, we are beloved, we are worthy, we are God's perfect celebration, and our pictures are on God's refrigerator because we are that divine expression of bliss, of possibility, of creation. We know that, and so we speak the word. I speak the word here and now for all of us, knowing that there is a divine receptivity, that we are open, that we are willing to know more, to release the idea of the other. We let that go. We release the idea of retaliation. We let that go. We release all of it and come into the high and holy knowing of peace, 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 peace. We are blessed in this realization. We are blessed in the affirmation. We are blessed in the declaration. Even in the resistance to peace, we know that peace is present. So we do indeed bless this experience. We bless this church. We bless all churches, all paths to God. All churches, all mosques, all ashrams, all temples, all sanctuaries of any kind, all cathedrals. Whatever that place is where people gather, we know the light shines brighter and truth is revealed. Truth is revealed, truth comes forth, and truth is that which, oh my God, defines us, guides us, inspires us, protects us, and directs us. We say yes, we say yes, we say yes. We surround this entire planet with the knowing that peace is the greater idea. whether that is for peace surrounding Iran, peace surrounding Gaza, peace surrounding Minnesota, peace surrounding Russia, peace surrounding Ukraine, peace surrounding downtown Los Angeles. This peace is the truth of who we are, and we say yes to declaring it, to knowing it, to affirming it, and to living in and as that, because that is the truth, and nothing can stand in the way of truth, even us. So with a sense of gratitude, I do release this word into the law of infinite mind, knowing it is already so. And together we say, Amen. I am so blessed, ushers. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. So now is a time when we invite you to be caretakers of this truth. We invite you to participate in the stewardship and the governance of this church and to be active in what we do. And if this church has value for you, if you have value for you and you desire to invest in more of the unfoldment, then we invite you to take that gift, that tithe, that love offering, hold it to your heart, and to say with me, from the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. So blessed. I am so blessed. I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Come on up. All right. Welcome him back to the stage, would you please? Jason, come on up. Here we go. Okay, you can welcome him back to the stage. No singer on my watch is ever going to hear crickets when they approach the stage, so thank you. Yeah.
Hello. Good morning. Mr. James Weldon Johnson, about turn of the century. Imagine this. He was talking. He was an educator, a writer, a lawyer, philanthropist. He was even appointed by President Teddy Roosevelt to be an ambassador. He was speaking briefly outside in a park to his colleague, a woman who was also African American, but she was very light complected. So a group of white men thought she was white, and that was no. And someone shot at James Weldon, and didn't kill him, but then they decided a big mob surrounded them and apprehended and accosted James Weldon Johnson, put a noose around his neck, found the nearest tree, and was going to do some stuff. Luckily, a sheriff came and ironed out the whole misunderstanding, and he was free. He decided to leave Florida, the South, move up to the North, and join his brother, and start to write songs that would uplift the people, his people. This is one of the songs. It became the African American national anthem. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling seas. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus so very far away. Thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever on the path we pray. Let our feet stray from the places, our God, where we meet thee. Let our hearts drunk with the wine where we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand true to our God, true to our This is our native land. Native
That'll do. Yep. Wow. It's all yours. Yeah, follow that, Pat.
I know. Okay. We're going to have the announcements now. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, band, Jason Powell, and our digital ministry team. These are the announcements. I'll try to make them a little bit entertaining. If you are new and you want to know what's going on here, visit our welcome table. It's right outside on the patio. You can easily make one-time or recurring donations to our church through our text to give number, QR code, or through our website, nhcrs.org/give. Thank you. Prayer with a practitioner is available after service in the sanctuary and on Zoom. Please leave the sanctuary quietly after the service to allow for sacred prayer. Zoom attendees, join our virtual patio after service for spiritual and social connection. Every Sunday at 10:30 a.m., our junior church is open. Babies, teens, kids are all welcome. The Wednesday healing and renewal service with Reverend Skip Jennings will be this Wednesday at 7 p.m. This week. Reverend Skip's topic is healing the body through the mind. I'll be there. Our loving outreach ministry is sharing food and clothing with the unhoused at Alexandria Park today at 12:15. Volunteers and donations are always welcome. The Grief Support Group with Mary Highland meets today at 12:15 in the Ernest Holmes room. All are welcome. Sign up for classes. Living an Inspired Life, Your Ultimate Calling with Dr. Sidney Steen. Class meets for the next 2 Tuesdays on Zoom from 12:30 to 1:30. Kick off your New Year 2026 workshop with ministerial students Matt Pleskovic and Michael Tatlock. Meets 6:30 to 8 p.m. on Zoom for one more Tuesday. Journey of the Soul with Reverend Skip Jennings, 6 Tuesdays, starts January 27 in person or on Zoom from 7 to 9 p.m. I love that book. You will too. Check it out. Join Reverend Skip Jennings for Sacred Moment Thursdays. Movement, not moment, movement. Yeah, Thursdays at 1 p.m. in the sanctuary. Save the date and get your tickets online for the Love Concert starring the incomparable Ricky Byers. Sunday, February 15th at 2 p.m. in the sanctuary. Tickets are only $25.
And they're going fast, y'all. So if you want to be there, you need to get those tickets because we are running out of tickets, and it's going to be great. She's bringing her band. She will be singing. This is a special celebration for us, so I really hope that you will plan on attending. $25 for Ricky Byers. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Interested in going to Bali with Reverend Skip? There are a few spots left open. 26 goals sheets on the patio or get it online. Zoom meeting meets Monday. No, Zoom meditation meets Monday through Saturday from 7:55 to 8:15 a.m. Visit our website, nhcrs.org, for Zoom links, info, and to sign up for the weekly e-blasts and monthly newsletters.
There you go.
And I just wanted to say, I'm sorry if anybody missed the creative arts the other night. I mean, of course, I wanted you to see me, but there were lots of people in here that you got to learn about their lives, things you didn't know. I mean, this is a community. We see each other, right? But there's a lot you don't know about people that you get to find out. So don't miss the next one. All right.
Thank you, Pat.
And please follow us on social media and post what you love about our services. Thank you.
Yeah. What she's talking about, the other night we had our open mic with the Creative Arts Ministry, and that's where people have a chance to, they sign up and they come, they talk, they sing, they read poetry, they I don't know what else they did. I wanted to come, but I was doing that at home. So you got your stones today too, didn't you? I love that. See, we try to do this globally. So start early, right? Meditate early, meditate often. Let's stand and sing. garage. There we go. I am at home in the heart of God.
I am at home in the heart of God.
My life is anchored in truth.
My life is anchored in
I
truth.
can never be separate.
I can never be separate.
I live in the consciousness of peace.
I live in the consciousness of
I
peace.
release all fear.
I release all fear.
I am living love.
I am living love.
All right, take your stones and have a great week. God bless you.
Woo.